All right, what's up, everybody? Beats by Lanze is back in the building. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna test this out and see what this sounds like. I hope it sounds good. I hope y'all doing good today, man. It's another day. We have made it. If you see in my face, you are lucky that you have made it to the channel today. So, you are lucky that you have made it to the channel. All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good. All right, so I want to do one more thing. I want to make sure that, thank you, Stream Elements, for letting everybody know we in the building. Thank you, Stream Elements, for letting everybody know we in the building. All right, the mic is good. All right, so let's look at the loop deck. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. All right. All right, sounds like we're good, man. Sounds like we're good. So thank y'all for watching the channel. Appreciate y'all being here with your boy. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be working on the MPC XL today. We're going to be working in controller mode. Y'all know I love controller mode. And this allows me to use my MPC in conjunction with my MPC software so that I can, in return, have all of my sounds inside of my computer along with the MPC. Now, I will tell you that I already have majority of the sounds that you hear on my MPC in controller mode. I have them also in the computer. So everything you can hear inside the actual machine, I have them in the computer. So I can actually just disconnect it from the computer, but I kind of like being able to use my plugins that I have available on the computer, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going with the 80s theme today. So we're gonna try to jam out and do something in the 80s realm. All right, so let's find, while we're here, let's find some 80s drums. Yeah, we're gonna go to some of that old school jam. Now, all right, let's see. Let's see what our tempo gonna be. Let's go with like 180. 180 something, and then we'll do just 4 bars. Check it out. All right, we live, we in the building. What's up? We got my man Blatantly Blatant Network in the building. What's going on with you, man? We live? Are we live? We live? We bangers? And we got my man So 100 in the building. What's popping, man? That's my dude right there. Listen, if you ain't got no So 100 expansions inside your MPC software, you are bugging. Y'all need to go check it out. Matter of fact, I was just looking at his website, which is So 100 brand. So so100.com, I believe, was the freaking website for it. But let me see if I can pull it up real quick, like so100.com. So100.com. Or maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's So 100 brand. But anyway, if y'all don't got the So 100 expansions, man, y'all need to go out there and get it. Let me get back to this beat. All right, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for being in the building. I'm gonna undo that actually. Let's try it again. All right, so what I've done so far is I have came up with my first 16 bars. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually double the length of that. I'm gonna make it 32 bars. And now what I'm gonna do is in the last part of the 32 bars, I'm gonna take out some of the elements that I put in there. And then we're gonna remix this a little bit on the second half. So we're gonna take out, if you're looking at my screen, you can see my fingers. It has all of my drum elements from this drum track. So I'm just gonna cut everything out and we're gonna create on the second half. Now, that was not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be that. Let's try it again. And actually, let's not start from all the way in the beginning. We'll just start at the playhead. Goodness, I'm in sample edit. I can't do that. I forgot whenever you're in sample edit and you need to hit your sample again, you can't do that. Actually, let's start from here and we're gonna play. Let's do that instead. So we want to take those and cut it. So we want to come in with that on the second half. Let's go here. first of all, let's hear what. So we got this on the first. So we'll do that on the second portion. All right, let's try that. Actually, I didn't want to do the 1/16. I wanted 1/8. So let's go back and take those at the end out so I can have 1/8. So we want to note repeat 1/8. Come back to the bunky behind of it, and we're going to do that over. Cool. Now, where is my beginning? Interesting. What did I do? Did I take out? I probably took out the. All right, we'll do it over. And we are all the way over. I don't know. Oh, I see. I see what we did. So we undo again, and we'll go all the way to the beginning. Cool. So we got that. So what I've been doing the last couple of days is I've been working in arranger mode. So let me show you what arranger mode looks like. If you can see on my MPC, you probably can't because the freaking computer screen is in the way. But in arranger mode, you have the whole entire track in one linear fashion, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work in the arranger mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my elements to my beat in arranger mode. So instead of doing sequence A or sequence 1 being my verse, I'll create the whole song in a whole linear fashion. Now, normally, if I was just making beats, normally I'd just do sequence 1, I copy it, make sequence B, change it up, and then I'll put it in song mode and export it that way. Or you can do it the same way in the clips mode and use your clips and also export it to the arrangement. But I like working this way because it's fun. And it's a different way to make beats on the MPC. Beats by Wooga is in the building. My man Wooga, his grandma named him Wooga. I call him Wugga because you know I'm American, but I'm against mispronouncing people's names. So Wooga, that's my man from Ireland, my producer partner who is killing the game out there with the FL Studio, man. Trying to catch him on these beats, man. Certified Beats is in the building. He says this is the 80's expansion from Makai. Yes, this is the 80's kit expansion from Makai. And I wanted to use a bass of it to get some of the bass, some bass sounds out. I mean, some bass sounds, some 80's sounds out of it. And what I'm going to add, I was thinking I need to add some different bass elements to it. But that's why I said bass. I was thinking bass and I said bass. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna copy the 32 bars that I just made. And now I'm going to go to the second portion of the 32 bars, which is the 64. And then I'm going to work on that portion of the track. So what's happening is, like, right now, you kind of see you have a duplicate copy of what I did in the first portion of the song. But now what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna take some elements out so that I can create around the second part of the song. All right, so I do know that those portions right there are on this portion is I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna take them out because I need to have a different sound, which is gonna be this pad right here. And so now I'll start from about 44 of the bars. Actually, I think that I should start it here. Instead of way over there, I'll start it here. So let's go there. All right, cool. All right, so now what I'll do is now we'll freak it and we'll get some plugins in this bad boy. What did you do with your Live 3? It's here. Live 3 is still in the building. We still Live 3 gang, you know what I'm talking about? Do you actually use the MPC pads? Not really. I mean, I'm using the MPC pads, but not in the traditional sense of using the 4 quadrants. I don't want to actually take time to put sounds in quadrants, but I have used it. But as far as like when I'm on a stream or when I'm trying to make beats, I don't want to think about all that different kind of scientific stuff. I want to make a beat. I want to make a song. So I concentrate on the easiest way. And so the easiest way for me to get to it is to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? And the way that I get to it is the same regular way. You add your drum kits in and you rock. I am a bad creature of habit. I'm a bad creature of habit. So when I find stuff that works, I kind of stick to it. Anti-semantic says, I don't want to take the time to make custom kits. It's not really that. It's just that it's that my kits are already made. Like, I have 2 terabytes of expansions. And so I have every drum kit, drum sound, instrument that you can fathom in your brain. I have multiple plugins. Actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let me see if it will pull up. You won't be able to see it. That's the thing I hate about this software right now, is that if I wanted to show you the secondary screen, you can't see the secondary screen. But trust me when I say I have hundreds of VSTs and hundreds of different ways that I can create on the MPC. And again, I'm a creature of habit. So when I find things that work, I'm notorious for continually using those things that I know that work. This is a MPC shirt I got on Amazon. Oddly enough, if you search for MPC Kai MPC on Amazon, you'll be surprised at what kind of information and stuff will pull up on Amazon. I actually bought an Akai gray Akai professional t-shirt off of Amazon one time, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. But we're gonna use arcade. So I have arcade up. Now I wonder if I can share this on my screen. Let's see if I can share arcade. Let's stop the screen. Let's see if I can show this. Share my screen. Plug in arcade. Nah, it ain't gonna let me show it. Remove. Dang, that sucks. All right, cool. We'll put our thing back on the screen. Share screen. Put our MPC software back on the screen. All right, but anyway, what was I saying? We're gonna use arcade because I want to find some more 80s inspired sounds. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna type in our search bar up here. We're gonna search for 80s, and we're gonna see what comes up for 80s. And there's a lot of shit for 80s on output. I can tell you that. And so what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for some extra sounds to play in the background of the beat. So, all right. So let's see what we got. We got something called Prom Night. We'll go through a couple things before we find what we're looking for. And the good thing about output too is that it also plays in time with your music. So we'll start over from the beginning. Let's go back to Arranger. Make sure that we're all the way from in the beginning, and we'll figure out our intro, which will lead into our verse, and then we'll lead into the rest of the song. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we can cut out. See what we could actually keep. All right. So I'll tell you what. Automatically, I know from the beginning of this, I'm going to take out my drums. So for 8 bars, we're going to take out some drums. We know that automatically. So we're going to cut all those out. And let me undo that because I just took everything out. That's another thing of being a creature of habit. I know that if I press this pad, it's going to select all of the drums. And what I was trying to do was only do eight bars. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the loop tool to bring my looper tool to 8 bars. And now let's see if it happens this time. Nah, that's cool. That's fine. We'll take it back. We'll put all our joint back to all 64 bars, and we'll just use our lasso, and we'll take out our 8 in the lasso. All right. So we're gonna start off with a kick drum, and then you should hear the rest of the joint. Awesome. All right, so we got that in there, and now we're gonna go back to our plug-in to our arcade. And these probably won't fit, but I just want to hear what they sound like. I like that actually. I think I might have been off a little bit. Now it was on. I like that. So I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. So let's go back to so we want to go to we're gonna cut it down a little bit just so it fits in the mix a little bit better. I like to mix as I go. Let's listen to it. All right, that's kicking. All right, I like it. I like it. All right, so last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a new plugin. We're gonna add some sub factory. Y'all know I like to put my sub factory in there because I'm gonna bring some new drums to the 80s. We're gonna put some 808 to the 80s. All right. Well, hopefully, let's see if we can find the right drums. All right. Sorry if y'all are asking questions and said something in the chat. I am not looking at the chat. But again, thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for joining the show. I try to get in here as much as possible um, around this time every day. And if you don't see me, that means I am out of the studio or just quite busy. And you probably can't see in my lap right now, but I am using the theory board. I try to use the theory board in every beat that I use on the freaking XL because it is. There we go. Sub Factory, I'm telling you, Sub Factory is worth the money. It's worth its weight in gold. Now I gotta find the right drums. This is a preset called Glisten. I like that. So, but I'm gonna go to another one and see Actually, let's do a preview of Sub Factory real quick, like so y'all can hear the 808 subs that are in Sub Factory. It is amazing. That's called Post Civic. I like that too. Oh, that has an alarm in the fade out. Oh, that's hard. I like that too. That got some bounce, like some Timberland. Man, it's so much stuff you can come up with. See, that has some video game kind of sounding ends to it, so you can kind of like start a beat with that. And I don't want to use that one because it's going to interfere with what I already got in the song already. So we're going to go with straight. We're going to go with a straight 808 as soon as I find one. And it got a lot of presets in it. I like that. That's called Beef. Let's see what we can find on this one. Not quite. Let's see what that sounds like. No, that ain't it either. Almost. It's close. It's close, but not it. All right, let the intro play. All right, let's see what that sounds like. We got Linda's son in the building. Peace, peace. All right, cool. So it did retroactively record. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit in the mix, and then we're gonna. I think I want to do it over. Let's listen to it. I think I want to do it over though. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bottom out. cooking. All right, we got Linda's son in the building. We got my man Masada MPC in the building. I don't know if y'all know, but Masada MPC hacked the expansion repository. I love that. I love that. I can remember that now. He hacked the expansion repository to make it available and possible for us to make our own expansions and put them in the MPC. So salute to Masada MPC. He also has I ain't gonna tell y'all. I ain't gonna tell you where I get my secret sauce from, but I will tell y'all that at thecyclekit.com you can go and get samples, soul samples. You can get drum kits. You can get all kind of shit. You can get progressions from thecyclekit.com. So salute to Masada. He also was the inventor of Lazy Chop. So if y'all don't know that, y'all know that now. He was the inventor of Lazy Chop, and a lot of stuff that y'all see in the MPC, he has been instrumental in hand selected to work on a lot of the stuff that you see inside the MPC. So, man, give that man a moment of thanks, a moment of gratitude, because his hard work and efforts and dedication and time that he spent to work on this machine and work on the software and create stuff in his own time without like people really like knowing who he is and like not getting a lot of shine like in the limelight. Like you see a lot of these producers online. You see a lot of producers who are known in the industry that have done things in the industry and they get highlighted, right? But then you get those people that don't want to be in that limelight, that just, hey, I'm back here, I do this, that, and the other, and the third, and they just do what they do. So I think, this is just me, this is a Lonze-ism, I think that it would be appropriate for us to know the things that he does and he's did and he's, you know, spent years and hours and blood, sweat, and tears and time away from the family. Everybody understand that this music shit really takes time away from your family. So I just think that you should always give people flowers when flowers is due. Again, So 100 is in the building. So 100 learned how to make expansion packs from Masada MPC. That's how I learned about Masada. I learned about Masada through So 100 because So 100 was teaching me, and you know, this is how the shit should work, right? You should be friendly with people. You should network with people, not because of what they do and what they can bring to the table, but just because you have a genuine connection with music, right? Me and So 100 linked up. He's been nothing but a great person to me, instrumental in teaching me how to use MPC when I didn't know how to use MPC. I actually sought from him to teach me, hey man, how does such and such work? How do you use the expansion? How do you use the progression? So I can just say that a lot of the stuff that I've learned how to do has been from watching the Lifted Noise, watching the Ab McCrees, watching a lot of the people that y'all see that's online that's teaching you how to use MPCs. Back when in 2014, 2015, when I was learning MPC, I learned how to use MPC from those guys, and then I just ran off with what I did. But not to talk about me, I want to say that we should show these people, give these people their flowers while we're able to, and salute to Masada for the hard work he's done. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do none of this stuff that I've done because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if it wasn't for Masada, So 100, Lifted Noise, Linda's Son, freaking all the greats that y'all see, Blatantly Blatant Network, freaking Civil Days Music, DC Carson, my man Khalif. Man, I couldn't do a lot of this stuff. Beats in Bed, couldn't do a lot of this stuff without the support of the community. And that's one thing that I am really advocating for, is that the people that actually get down and dirty and do this shit and don't want any shine for what they do, just do it in the background, that don't care to be in the limelight, that want to share information, want to share VSTs, want to share like articles on shit coming out. I like that, and I want to champion the community doing that. Not just I was gonna say something, But anyway, not just being in it for yourself, just the fact that we can grow a community, we can grow a freaking a team that makes music. I just like to get to the music. Mr. AI Digital Art says MPC 3000 user from old school here, and you are correct. Old world producers did not have the divide. Um, he says MPC stuff and Kid Nipro used to have a lot of good patches that will still work. Oh yeah, I have. Speaking of that, I have a lot of expansions that I bought back when MPC Masters was going around. I don't know if MPC Masters is still going on, but um, expansions from back then that I still got. I got So 100 expansions. I got Masada MPC expansions. The CycleKit.com, y'all. The CycleKit.com. Blatantly Blatant Network. The Blatant expansions. I got damn Civil Days music expansions. I got Beats and Bed expansions. I got damn um, pretty much everybody that make expansions that I Lifted Noise. I got a bunch of Lifted Noise expansions and freaking sound packs. Like anybody that you know of that's in the circle, I use their expansions all the time in all of my streams, all of my music. So um, that's just what it is. So I would hope that in return, when I put out expansions, y'all use my expansions and my sounds too, and keep making music with what's out there. But anyway, let me get back to this beat and I'm gonna finish up. So I got an intro, I got a verse, a hook, lead up. Again, like I said, I'm working in the arranger mode completely. I think I've pretty much just built out the whole thing as much as I want to right now. And two things that the NPC don't get a lot of credit for is the pad perform. Being able to play notes, play chords, play progressions inside of the freaking pad perform. That was a nice touch. Um, and then the second thing I'll give MPC, Akai, Professional, and the guys that work tirelessly on the software and the actual hardware is that being able to plug in something like the theory board, right? I know I can use my Key 61 keyboard. I can use my Key 37 keyboard to play keys inside the machine. I can use the newly brought into my studio the MPC MPK Mini. I can use that to use as MIDI. Just plug in USB-C, right? I can use that to generate sounds in the pad, well, in the plug-in um, track, right? But what I wanted to say was that just being able to use the freaking theory board is absolutely crazy. Not that it's playing in all of the things for you, but just being able to have. I'm a fan. I'm gonna geek out real quick. Like, I'm a fan of being able to have all of these freaking um not ideas but options. There we go. I am an advocate of having options to be able to play all over the keyboard. I know you can do it on the keyboard. I'm aware. So for y'all that's gonna be like, oh, you can use your keyboard and do the same thing. I'm just an advocate of having tools to further make music. So let me get back to this beat. All right, so I'm all over the place, but I think that we cook what we cook. How many minutes we at? 45 minutes. All right, so we got 15 minutes. We got 15 more minutes to make it to the hour, and then we will get out of here and I'll work on something else. But if y'all got any questions, make sure y'all ask questions in the comment section. We got a plethora of knowledge inside the chat right now. So make sure that y'all ask the questions that y'all want to know within reason. Please don't ask no shit that you know won't be answered. Yeah, I just clicked something. I don't know what I clicked, but I made my screen small. Let's see, my man, um, RITLA. I don't want to mispronounce it. RITLA 4169 says I'm addicted to using my XL in standalone. Standalone mode. I am addicted to using the XL in controller mode in a computer. I want to have all the plugins available. Um, I like to have the big screen. I like to have the big screen here. I like to have the big screen. I have two screens here. So I have two screens here. I have stream on this screen. I have the MPC software on the other screen. So if y'all see me looking this way and not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at this computer screen over here. But yeah, I'm an advocate of using the software, and the people from Facebook will find out about the software next year sometime. All right, I don't know what I clicked. Oh, okay, here we go. Regular font, medium. Oh, this is for the comments on stage. Uh, okay, I don't know what I clicked, but I want to make sure that the joint is on the screen perfect. The worst thing I can have is do the stream and look at the stream, and then you got an itty bitty uh, thing on the screen. Okay, we good. We are cooking with freaking grease. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I don't need to see myself. Um, but yeah, I've gotten into a habit again. I'm a creature of habit. I've gotten into the habit of using the software when I'm using the XL in front. When I'm on the stream, I'm in a habit of using the software. I just want to. I want to have everything available to me. I got all the pads. I got all the buttons. I got all the knobs, and I want all the freaking plugins from my computer. So that's the way that rocks. All right, last time I'm gonna play the beat one more time, and then I'm gonna do some shameless plugs and answer any questions. Talk to the chat a little bit, and then we're gonna get out of here. So let's go. So this is my 80s jam thing. Felt like just making something unorthodox. If y'all know anything about my music, I kind of do unorthodox stuff. I put rappers with beats that they would never have rapped on. I I do what I do. But anyway, y'all should know that about me already. But if you don't, welcome, and that's me. All right, here we go. Actually, one more last thing before we go. Let's add. Hey. Oh, that's more. That's more tracks on the other groups. Oh gosh. I was like, why I didn't hear that before? It's more tracks on the other groups. All right, cool. All right, so let's go back to my drum track, and I want to put in. Let's see if I put it here. Oh, I didn't. All right, so we are going to go back old school. We're gonna bring out our handy dandy dongle. He says he uses the software from time to time. Blatantly Blatant says it's software cool for me on PC if I'm not in OBS. If I do both and start running certain plugins, ooh, it gets to cracking. Yeah, man, some about the freaking PC, man, and those latency settings will get you cracking all over the place. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I created a new drop for my beats, and I'm gonna add the new drop to I'm gonna add the new drop to this. All right. All right. So y'all be able to hear. Hopefully y'all be able to hear it when I play it. Dun, 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 dun. Hope y'all doing good, man. What is today? Wednesday. Wednesday. This is hump day. Niels Swint. Is that German? He or she says, "What's your take on the MPC sample?" My take is I can't wait for it to hit the ground if it's real. If it's real, I can't wait for it to hit the ground. And since I already ordered it, we'll see. We'll see in a few. We'll see. We'll see whenever it drops if it's real or not.
Monte! It's Monte! Monte! It's Monte!
All right, cool. So now we got that here. I'm gonna keep it. So yeah, that's my new drop. My daughter helped me make it, and so I need to save that to my samples. So we're gonna save it to our samples real quick, like not save it to our samples. I'm gonna save it to my hard drive. So we're gonna go to our browser. We're gonna look at our samples, and all right. So let me go ahead and cancel shift process. All right. So we are going to normalize it.
Monte! It's Monte!
Sorry that I blew y'all ears out. Now I'm going to normalize, always give it a whole lot. So I'm going to go on the, I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Going to reduce it maybe that much. Yeah.
Monte!
Nope. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. That's actually wrong. That's bit reduce. I don't want bit reduce. I want gain. There we go. Gain change. So we're gonna cut it down. There we go.
Monte!
Cut it down one more time, just a little bit.
Monte!
There we go. Perfect. And I guarantee you it did what I think it did. Yeah, it did. Instead of putting it on freaking B B1, it put it on A1.
Monte! It's Monte!
You sucker. Now I gotta find the kick that I had. We got Armin's Beats in the building. I don't know if I mentioned, I think I was going in that direction too. I'm glad you're here. Um, I was going to mention too that I got the Armin's Beats expansion pack, which I used in one of the last streams. What's up to him? Shout out to him for coming out with that expansion. So again, in a group of expansion makers that I have talked about earlier, he's here in the building too. He has the expansion pack as well. Blatantly Blatant says Bitwig has officially released Bitwig 6. Vicio Beats is in the building. He says, "What's up, everybody?" Um, so yeah, so let me do this real quick. Like, let me put this drop. All right, cool. We got it. All right, cool. So he said, yes, it's German. Awesome. See, I kind of saw that. He said, yes, it's German. How are you able to order it? Will it be compatible with the current MPC OS? I do not know. I don't know nothing about nothing. All I know is what everybody else see. It didn't say it was going to be compatible with the MPC OS, um, but it didn't say it wouldn't be compatible with it. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as the world. The world don't know, so we'll know when it comes out. I was able to order it because when the leak dropped, I went and did my investigating of the leak, and I saw that it was from a reputable site, and I pressed pay. That's how I got it. And then about 20, 30 minutes after it, the world went crazy with it and learned about it, then they took it down, and my order was still in. Blatantly Blatant says, word is it's compatible with the Nintendo Switch. That'll be cool. But anyway, let me get back to this beat. How many minutes we got? 57. Oh gosh. Yeah. We're gonna take you back to the 80s. Let's go. Now actually that's wrong. That drum that's in here, this right here, this should have been not the kick. It should have been the freaking, should have been that snare. So let me put the snare back in there. All right, let's try this again. Bam. Yeah. Let's go. All right, that is the beat. So let me save this. We're gonna name this. We're gonna name this 80's phone call because blatantly blatant say he hate when he get phone calls. 80's phone call 26, and we're gonna save it to our good old hard drive repository. All right. Well, I hope y'all had fun, man. This was cool. I had a good time getting outside of just regular hip hop and freaking, hip hop and pop and R&B and chasing the um, top 10 radio hits. So this is what I was able to create today. This was an 80's inspired type beat that I've done on the MPC XL, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody who's been here in the building today. Blatantly Blatant. We got So 100 that was in the building. Beats by Wooga. Antic Semantics, my man. Linda Sun. Shout out. Salute, salute. Masada MPC. Salute to you, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. Who else came in the building? Mr. AI Digital Art was here today. RITLA 4169. Appreciate you. Thank you for your comments in the section. And Armeens Beats, VCO Beats, what's up, man? I appreciate you. And Neil Swint. And we got Fuzzball Day 4117 says, found you through the algorithm. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm using a Mac Studio M2. He said, "Oh dang, I caught the stream right as it ends." Hey, listen, the playback is always available, so if you miss a stream, you can always go back and watch the playback. Again, you can find me on all social media platforms at Beats by Lonze. If you want to check out, oh, I got two things to say. If you want to check out my music and you don't want to support independent artists and you just want to stream, you can find my music on Spotify and Apple. But if you really want to help independent artists, I have music out on bandcamp.com. That's beatsbylonze.bandcamp.com. I have about 40 albums. That's R&B albums, hip hop albums, beat tapes of every kind. I have beat tapes for almost every machine in my studio out on Bandcamp. Now, this year, I'm hoping to grab the rest of the machines that I don't have beat tapes on and make beat tapes for those too. That's out there. But what I want to tell y'all, I want to tell y'all this tidbit before we go. I was over the, I was tasked over the weekend to find out how to, you know that on DistroKid, if you take your account away, all your music gets dropped out of the streaming platforms, right? So if you don't pay that, dollar amount, I think one is $29 per song, and I believe $49 per album. If you don't pay that to keep your songs on the platforms forever, your songs come off of the streaming platforms. I was tasked with finding out where on DistroKid do you find that that button to do that, right? And when I was in there, I found in my DistroKid that I actually had money in my DistroKid. And so what had happened is people were streaming on Spotify, people were streaming on Apple Music, people were streaming on YouTube, people were streaming on about 40 different places that I've never ever heard of across the world. People were streaming in on those applications. Amazon Music, freaking TikTok. There's a whole bunch of places that people were streaming my music on these streaming platforms. And what happened is when they gave me the calculation of how much money I made in each one of these places, I was like, oh gosh, I ain't even promoting people to go find my music in these other places that you may not know about. So this is what I want to tell y'all. If you have not checked your information, because I'm big on checking my ASCAP, I'm big on checking my DistroKid, but I wasn't looking at the numbers because I thought that it would appear in my ASCAP because I get those quarterly invoices from ASCAP and I can see how much money I'm making from that place. So let me tell you, I have money in ASCAP, I have money in DistroKid, I have money in all these different places that if you don't check them, you don't know that there's money in these accounts. So I just want to tell y'all that y'all might want to get ahead of the game. Start checking these places where you may have money. And even if you think people are not listening to your music in the streaming world, they are listening, they are paying, and I'm telling you there's money out there. And that's why I also champion Bandcamp, because you get 85% of proceeds from your sales in Bandcamp. They only keep 15%. And I think I pay $10 a month to have a Bandcamp Pro account, which allows me to see all of the analytics. That's why I have that. I can see all the analytics. I can have a drop show or whatever. Like when I get ready to drop an album, I can do like a show or whatever from there. So I pay the $10 for that. But otherwise, it's free. So Bandcamp is free. And if you are a beat maker or you're a producer and you got music out there, you should put your music out on Bandcamp and show the world your music and get paid from doing your music. As Blatant said, don't get the freaking MPCs and the MPC softwares and the MPC sample just to make the same beats. Do something different. That's what my channel is about, doing something different. So yeah, I do got drum kits. The first place you can do is you can go to beatsbylonze.com. I have a free drum kit there. That is for brand new producers who just need some sounds. And then I also have a couple of expansion packs that I dropped on, and I'll put the link in the description. So let me do that so you can check that out. Yes, Bandcamp takes the least, and you don't have to then worry about streaming. It takes 0.0006789% of 0.68789 or whatever it is of a cent to pay you for a stream. You can get your money right now. If I can drop an album right now, put the album for sale for $10. I'm gonna get $7.50, or yeah, $7.50 I believe tomorrow. I'm gonna get freaking $7.50 tomorrow. They're gonna keep the other $3.50 or $2.50 or whatever it is, and yeah, it's gonna go directly to my bank account tomorrow. That's real talk. That's why I love Bandcamp. So let me drop down in the chat where you can find my expansion. I have there we go. I have a budget expansion called the Budget Essentials that I just dropped, and that's for your MPC. And if you want the expansion for all your other machines, just shoot me an email. If you buy the budget expansion for your MPC, but you want it for all the other platforms, shoot me an email at beatsbylonze@gmail.com. I'll send you the actual expansion that you can use on all your other machines if you want it for your other machines other than the MPC. And thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. And these are, let me tell you about this expansion. These are sounds that I took from my library, sounds that I like to use, and then I ran them through the S2400 machine. And once I ran them through the S2400, I sampled them. I did 16-bit and I did 12-bit and 16-bit samples of them. Then I took them and I ran them through the MKS Rec 1. Then I took the sounds from the MKS Rec 1 and then I ran them through the MPC, which you're getting the same sound. Whatever came out of the S2400, whatever came out of the MKS Rec 1, you getting that sound out of the out of the MPC XL, which is clean sound. So that's how that runs. So you'll have some drums to get you going where you want to go. But also check out the cyclekit.com. That's my man Masada's freaking website where you can get the cycle kits. You can learn about the cycle kits. You can get progressions out of there. And there is a new, just before I go, I know I was only supposed to be here an hour. Masada has a new plugin that is coming out. He has a new plugin where you can get the sounds from the S950. You can get the sounds from the S3000. You can get sounds from all different places of hardware. It's not a one-to-one comparison, but it's damn near close. And you can actually use it as a standalone plugin to run in your outs of your machine to get those sounds. If you see some of my latest videos, I have some of those. I've been using that plugin in a couple of the beats, and you can hear the sonics change in real time. So again, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Blatantly Blatant Network. I appreciate you for copying the freaking expansion whenever you get that. Again, hit me in the email if you have any questions about it. And we're going to get out of here. So much love to y'all. Appreciate you. And we out of here.
Welcome to the Beats by Lonze show. Hope you like what you hear. Hope you like what you see. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Beats by Lonze show. 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 Welcome to the Beats by Lonze show.
Man, let me give a shout out to my man, This World Needs a Hero. He just came in the building. Hey, I appreciate you. You called me at the last end of the stream, but thank you for joining This World Needs a Hero. Y'all check out Hero. He has a outstanding stream. He streams early in the morning. He streams late at night, and he's doing his thing over there. He also has an expansion pack, and he'll let y'all know when he's ready to release that expansion pack. But again, This World Needs a Hero. Shout out to him in the building. Thank you, and man, we out of here for sure, for sure. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.